I'm currently studying public health in University of East London, Masters.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you.
what I hope to get from this program is to, because I already have knowledge about PowerPoint and ChatGPT. I just want to know how that can actually put me in the job market, like the hidden things that I most likely don't know that can help me to find great opportunities. Yeah,
Hmm.
once again.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So that means I would talk briefly about CV generation for using ChatGPT today. All right. Thank you, Sibyl, for letting us know your expectation. Anyone else, please? You want to raise up your hands? Um, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you can unmute yourself. Okay, Temitope Atoki, can unmute yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Temi, and thank you, Bolanle, for this session. And I have a high expectation. In fact, you can see that I'm one of the first sets to join. Yes, I would like to. I know a bit about ChatGPT, but I had some challenges while I was doing my MBA, which was signing on to ChatGPT, because it kept asking for. I had to do a paid version. So how do I navigate that? Then I'd like to actually start the PowerPoint presentation slides, how to start it from beginning, from scratch. That's my expectation. Let's start from scratch. Then how do I do the add-on? How do I make a very appealing PowerPoint presentation and all that? So I'm coming here with so much. So you have
No
to,
worries.
within 1 hour, you have to deliver.
No
Thank
worries.
you, and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Zina, can you mute yourself, please? Okay, I've muted you. Okay, so that means I'm going to talk on, definitely going to show how to use PowerPoint presentation. So don't worry about it. All your fears will be attended to. Florence Ajoke, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry for joining late. When I try to speed in my legs, to ensure that I can never join this meeting late because I really, really needed it. Yeah, I based in Nigeria, per se, Abuja, per se. My expectation is to learn more of this PowerPoint because I'm a teacher by profession and we use more of PowerPoint to teach the children in the classroom. In as much as I learned computer before, during my time when I learned this, I wasn't really concentrating, thinking it was just for fun. I think I now see the reason why I really need to know this PowerPoint. It helps you teach children, especially when you're using interactive board in the classroom, and you use more of this PowerPoint apart from using it in church to display some things in the church in the classroom. I really want to learn more how to use it to teach the children, how to design, to show the children on the screen, and lots more and so on. And so I'm really, really interested in learning the PowerPoint. So I hope I'm actually expecting a lot of things today. The outcome of those things to be a success, which I believe that definitely is going to be a success. Thank you,
Right. Thank you. Thank you for telling us your expectations. The training for today is about empowering women for tech and the use of ChatGPT. So yes, your expectations are going to be met. I'm going to show you exactly how you can achieve what you want to achieve with the use of those two tools. Okay, before we're done. Okay, so I don't want to take too much of our time. Let me present once more. Okay, so thank you for talking about that. So I just want to tell you a few facts about women in tech as of today. Will you believe that in 2019, we didn't have more than 19% of women in tech? And as of today, we are just 26% working in the tech space. And that's to tell you that we need more people, more ladies, more women out there to come in and, take over the space, show that you can actually achieve what you put your mind to achieve. And it's just a very minute percent of that out of the 26 that are actually Nigerian blacks. We have just 3% of it as black women, and then Asians are actually the one like at the very top of it. So I would say the sky is actually big enough for everyone to fly and grow. So please, this is a good space. The tech space is actually very fantastic. You can actually come in and make yourself valuable, make yourself known, make your presence felt, and you would enjoy the work. It's actually very interesting to be in tech. Now, I just want to discuss a few people that are women that have created their own stories and are role models as of today. Now we have the first person, Odunayo Ewe Niyi, who is a co-founder of Piggyvest. So if you check Piggyvest, where you can, save some money, and when you're done saving money, you can actually get some interest on that money. This is one of the co-founders, and that's telling you that that's a woman in that field. If she can do it, you also can achieve it. We have Ifeoluwa Dare Johnson, who is a founder of Health Tracker. And basically what she does is she's into lab testing, and then she felt, how can we digitalize this, and created Health Tracker. So you could be at your home, maybe your parents are actually not feeling fine, and then you want to run some tests, just give them a shout on the app, and then they would send someone to come do the testing in your home for you. It makes medical service really accessible to all, and that's a woman who did that. We also have Adaun Duka, the founder of She Code Africa, and a software developer with InterSwitch. Everyone knows InterSwitch, a very big organization back in Nigeria. We have Oladiwura Oladepo, Executive Director for Tech for Development, who is passionate about impacting lives and the society. I have Eno Eka here as the fifth person. These are just some of my own role models. I know there are a lot of role models out there, but these are some people in the tech space that you really need to know them, and then they can inspire you as a person. Now, the founder of she is the founder of Business Analysis School. Instagram handle is Miss Pragmatic. She used to be someone that she finished accounting, from accounting moved to tech. So don't think you cannot actually still switch from one particular, maybe you didn't do sciences from the onset, you can still do tech at every point in time. It's just about building up yourself, maybe having to go for some boot camp trainings and all. And before you know it, you have started your own journey and story as well, which will be a success. We also have Dr. Adiola Olubamiji, the founder of the Tech Centrics and STEM Hub Foundation. She's also a Nigerian, an American, Canadian technologist. She was actually the first Black person to obtain a PhD in her field, which was biomedical engineering from Canada, the University of Sax. Instagram handle is also Dr. Olubamiji. So these are people that when you follow them on Instagram, they inspire you on a daily. She won Women of the Year in 2022, and so many awards like that, And for women in the house, I know these days, even men are helping out a lot in the house. So if you can actually do some things in the home and keep your home running, then it means you can actually translate those skills and transfer them to essential work skills in the office space. So things like multitasking, time management, resource allocation, prioritization, they're quite valuable skills that can be used over and over again. So let's say you have some household chores you want to do, 3 or 4 items you want to do. Now, for multitasking, you have to look at, and prioritization, you have to think, oh, which one is the most urgent? Which one because all the tasks are actually important. So maybe the important will be underneath, the most urgent on top, and then you pick the ones that you feel you can actually juggle in between.
Do you have council? Do you have this thing, your Gmail connected to that phone?
Hello? Hello? Can you please unmute yourself? If you want to say something. Okay.
She said, do you have your Gmail connected to that phone? I don't really know why she asked that.
I don't know.
Maybe it's because of the sharing that's showing on the screen.
Okay. Can you see my full screen now? Can you see my full screen? All right. Okay. Thank you then. So basically, so if you can actually multitask at home, it means you can handle quite a number of projects as well. You can receive phone calls in between while at work. You can attend meetings. You can respond to emails. All of that can be done, and that's all about multitasking.
Sorry, excuse me.
Yes.
Can you click on that hide? Showing stop sharing and showing hide. You can click on hide.
Oh, okay. So is that showing for you guys? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Then for prioritization, if you can factor in deadlines, as I mentioned, the most urgent, the less urgent, and all that, then it means you can actually meet project deadlines, which are like critical tasks for every project, right? The same thing goes for time management. If you can be in your house and you're like, oh, I have 1,000,001 things to do, then I can be able to meet them up within, say, 2 hours of my time. Then you can actually still set realistic timelines for projects at your workplace as well. Likewise, resource allocation. Imagine you have to buy groceries, cleaning supplies, and a few other things, and you don't want to run out of cash. It applies in the place of work for budgeting, for manpower usage, and then executing projects successfully. Now, what are the kind of roles you can actually be involved in for tech? We have quite a number. You could be a business analyst like I am. You could be a developer, a product manager, database administrator, AI specialist, because AI is like the in thing now. You could be a cybersecurity analyst, a user experience designer, that's UX, UI, or UI, UX, whichever one you want to call it. You could be a quality assurance engineer as well. And for the UK, the amount you can actually earn in this space is like 25,000 to 100,000. That's like the salary range. So it's good money. So it's a good field to actually go into if you are thinking tech. Now, what are really the prerequisites for building confidence and leadership skills in your field or at your place of work? You have to be self-aware. You have to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your values and beliefs, so that you can actually, become a better person for the tech space. A positive mindset is also very important, because imagine having negative self-talk or being pessimistic, you really can't achieve so much. Continuous learning, we have to keep learning every single day to improve ourselves for development in the professional space. Effective communication as well is an important one. Active listening, actively understanding what whoever you're talking to is saying, being able to communicate, whether by email, phone calls, is also very important. So these are like important things, soft skills that are key for success in the tech space. Also, emotional intelligence. You have to be able to build strong relationships, resolve conflicts, and inspire trust between you and your colleagues, because that makes the work really go on smoothly. You have to be resilient. It doesn't matter how many times you fall down. Can you pick yourself up at the right time? Don't Can you bounce back from your failures and setbacks? That's what actually gives you, sets you apart and makes you determined as a person. Are you a goal setter and getter? So you set smart goals that are small, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound goals, and then try and just achieve them, so that you can also celebrate those little wins alongside, and then boost your confidence and motivation as a person. You have to be courageous, because you have to just step out of your comfort zone, especially for people that don't really like to, communicate with people so much they don't know. You have to take calculated risk as a person. Like someone will say, you are not a tree, so you could actually change positions and then improve yourself. Then sometimes you need mentorship and support programs. You might need to join a boot camp. You might need to, just for encouragement and perspective, and because like minds actually think alike, and then you start to really understand some other things, because you can't know everything alone by yourself. Then of course, we're going to talk about practicing and persistence. These are soft skills that as a person, you need to build your confidence, because this is a journey to a success story. So you have to be able to practice and be resilient and be persistent, because consistent effort really makes you a better person. Now, if you're doing a PowerPoint presentation, there are some things you shouldn't do. You shouldn't overcrowd your slides. You shouldn't ignore timing. You shouldn't be using pictures that are, that are too loud or too distracting. You shouldn't speak too quickly to people. You should keep everything simple and avoid. But what you should do actually is to keep things simple and avoid jargons, engage the audience. Then even your PowerPoint presentation should have like a story. There should be a sequence to what you're saying to people. Um, you can also practice your delivery so that it's looking good enough. So if there is a sequence to what you are presenting, it's like telling a story. Just like say when you started or like it's just like writing your CV and you're doing a build up on that story to recruiters. Then of course you're going to be demonstrating PowerPoint session and presentation pretty soon. And of course the question and answer session by using ChatGPT. I really want to say a thank you once again for joining this training. My name is still Bolanle Joseph. God bless you all for coming in. And I want to show you how to, do a PowerPoint presentation. Do we have any questions as of now? I hope you can still see my screen.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, I just opened a new PowerPoint presentation. I could go for blank presentation, but that wouldn't make a lot of sense, because you want to use something that is looking presentable. Now, it depends on what you want to, the message you're trying to tell your audience. So are you talking about animals? You might want to pick something, animal magnetism. If you want to pick something really nice, you could pick this flourish. Maybe you sell jewelries and all. You might want to pick. So there are so many templates to pick from. There are also ones that with charts you can see. You could also pick more from here. So this like helps you with a basis on, okay, it helps you pick something. If you pick a good background for your presentation, it helps your work go smoothly, basically. And I want to pick something relating to, say, family, because we have the men here, we have women as well. So let's see. Let's see something about family. You can see I use the search tab to just look at something. Should we talk about kids today, or Okay, this is like a Christmas photo. No, no, no. So you can see the various things you can actually pick your slide from. You can pick anything out of this and then use that to do a presentation. I'm not really seeing what I like. Maybe I should pick this. And let's create using this. We'll make it better as we go on. So give me a minute. Let's go to ChatGPT. And let's ask ChatGPT what we should discuss on, what we can discuss using PowerPoint slides. Let's discuss family values and points. Let's see what ChatGPT will have to tell us. Good. So let's say sometimes you just don't have an idea where to start from. And then you're like, okay, and I need to present something. So this just tells us how to go about it. I remember someone said they didn't know how to log on to ChatGPT at the paid version. So let me just quickly show you how to log into ChatGPT. ChatGPT login, you use ChatGPT login. You come to the login part. So it's because I'm already logged on. That's why I just went back to my screen. And on the left-hand side, you have where like a new chart. The various things I've actually picked, like things I've tried to, you can see how lengthy it is. I've asked ChatGPT for so many information. So, and I prefer to pick a new chart each time so that I can always go back to it later on. That's on the left-hand side. Can we all see the new chart button?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So once you just go to
Yes, we can
Google.
see.
Thank you. Once you can just go to Google and say ChatGPT login, it would tell you to sign up. You sign up and then I know there's a paid version, but you sign up for the unpaid version instead. I hope that helps. Okay, and now we can decide on discussing family values, right? Let's go back to our presentation and see this discussing family values. Because I picked a presentation slide that is already like built, it has given me like 11 slides already to discuss with. I don't know, can you see on the left-hand side, you can see the various things I can actually discuss about. Okay, and that's like pages, a new page for your content. So, and today, of course, we want to discuss family values. So I want to look for a picture. Now to take out this box, I'll just click and see, you can see my arrow showing like 4 arrows. I want to delete that because I want to take out this. And you see I've taken that out completely. And I'll go back to Google to get me like pictures of family. Perfect. So we can see the father, the mother, and 2 kids. So let's use this picture on that first slide. To use that picture, we'll just go to sniping tool and open that. The sniping tool will just help to cut out that image and then you can paste it on your PowerPoint slide. So I'm doing a new, I hope you guys are following the steps I'm showing you. Okay, so basically, I don't like the fact that something is actually showing in here, this. So I've taken that out. And then I'm going to do this, use the sniping tool afresh.
Sorry, please, I didn't see how you got that sniping tool.
Oh yeah, from the tab, just like when you want to open a Microsoft, maybe MS Word calculator on your laptop. If you have questions, please just let me know in between, right? Did you get that? So
Yeah.
you just use the sniping tool and then you open it.
Okay,
So
you
I've
said
gotten,
okay.
yeah, I've gotten the picture that I want, and we are back to the slide. I'll just paste it in Control C, Control V, just the way you do your MS Word. It's just the same thing. I will take this to like, because now we are building something. No, I don't like the way it looks. Okay. It's always best to actually enlarge your pictures from, can you see where I enlarged it from? It still gives you the same outlook. Oh. Yeah, I think this is better now. So how do you see this particular slide? Is it displaying family values? Yeah. So that's how. So that's why I said you have to pick pictures and images that actually resonate with you, what you want to discuss with people on your PowerPoint presentation. Then maybe the next thing, we use ChatGPT to ask, what can we even discuss about?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Sorry, but can you just go back to the family pictures again?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, this word discussing family values. Is it possible to move it up and bring it down the picture?
You want it up. Anyhow,
In the
that's the
position
thing about
that is
PowerPoint presentation. It can be done anyhow you see it, because we think differently. It also shows in how we build up or write things, basically. So however you want it, it's your prerogative.
Okay.
Do you prefer it this way?
Yeah, I just need to know to see if it's possible to change it.
You prefer the former way?
Yeah, because the background is kind of bright.
Now you see. So basically, when you do your own presentation, however you feel you're connecting to your audience, go ahead with it, because really practice makes perfection on PowerPoint presentation. You would, in fact, the first presentation you're going to do would not make so much sense. You might not really like it, but with time it gets better. Then let's say we've discussed this. This is like, let me just do like 2 slides. We use PowerPoint to say, this is how we want, you should give us what we can discuss about. So we can just take communication. Maybe the next thing will be say common points to raise when discussing family values. Okay. So let's go to the second slide. We'll say this has given us like it's a layout. So we just paste that in. I remember mentioning that whatever you want to do, make sure it's not looking too rowdy. Otherwise, it loses the essence of what you are doing, right? So we are going to talk about, let's just put it there and say communication is one of what you need. The next vital thing you need is maybe respect, love, and support. Okay. This is 2:40 we have. So we are still on time. It's just on our 30 minutes meeting. It should be done soon. I don't want to take too much of your time. Love and support. So basically, I've stated some points here. Now, let's say I want to add something about respect. Respect. Now, let's go back and look for a picture. Picture portraying Respect, moral values. Okay, let's say respect to others. Let's go to images. Okay. I think I'm not getting what I really like. Could use this. Could use this image. And don't forget your sniping tool again. And you take that out. You don't need to copy it. It's already copied, and then you just paste it on your PowerPoint. Let's see. I just put it somewhere, and we'll look for how we want to make it, better. So I feel this is not bad. Let's say let's turn this into like a presentation. So what do you guys think?
Oh, fantastic. Good so far.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
So now imagine you want to use charts. You want to use a chart to present what you want to say. You can actually add more to this. Now I want to talk about the tabs up here because they improve your presentation slide. Depending on the computer you are using, there are some computers that immediately you just click on this, it will show you on the right hand side, it will show you like different display of layouts. You can actually change it to if you don't want a particular one. But my own laptop, on the home, it has this design part. So I could change it to this. I could change it to this. Anything you want, you just keep, and then you can take a variant if you want it so colorful. So basically, I think the world is so tech these days that it really helps even before you do one thing. It has actually, so now can you see the presentation? It has changed it because I changed my design. It has changed what I actually did initially, right? So if you don't like that, you can pick something else and it would just improve it for you. Can you see the way it keeps changing it?
Yeah, yeah.
And that really helps with your slides. It really helps. Now on this home tab, the file tab is where you can actually save your document, right? So you can do a new one here. You can open, you can have more themes where you can pick anything from any of this like presentation slides templates. You have education, you have diagrams. So just pick something from here and start up with it. And you are good to go to present. Then on the home slide, we have paste, but you can actually, just the way you do things on Microsoft MS Word, you can actually Control C, Control V, and then you want to add, let's say we want to add a new page to this, just Control D. You can see it has given us the same exact. Page 2 and 3 now are the same thing. Or you could just say new slide. It gives you a completely new slide. You could also say duplicate slide. You could delete with that's by touching your mouse, the right hand side of the mouse. You could delete a slide you don't want, right? And then you could even add shapes if you want. Depends on whatever you want. You could add shapes, so many things can be done. Okay, now see, I can add my shapes if I want. I can change the outline. Maybe I don't like it looking green. I want a new different color. I could change the feel to say this color. So basically all these tabs up here help you improve your design. Now, yeah, I could add a table if I want. So I'll say insert table. Okay, and it has inserted a table for me. And I could use that on another presentation slide. Let's say I want to discuss so many things at the same time, but I don't want it looking rowdy. and looking like I've written so much. So you just tabularize it, right? Same thing goes for, let me delete that. Control C, Control C. Delete this slide, delete this slide as well. I've taught you about the design part, the insert. How about the transition? I love this transitioning because this, any questions from anyone? Hello? Can you please unmute yourself if you want to say something, or mute if you don't? Someone is actually. Elizabeth, you've opened. Hello, Elizabeth. You want to say something? Elizabeth's hand has been raised up for a while. Elizabeth, do you still want to say something? Okay. All right. Let's go back to what we're doing. The use of this sniping tool cannot be overemphasized, because that's where you can take pictures from anywhere and make use of it for your presentation. Then the transitioning basically is all about, maybe you want to move, you know, when you see people present and then the way the next slide comes to play, that's what we call transitioning. So you can actually make it fade away. You can make it push, just come up like that. You can see the different ways. You could be swipe, you could split it, reveal. It makes the slides actually very interesting to use, right? Can you see? Then we have the animations. That's for like a preview. Slideshow. So depending on what you really want to do, you could really improve with the tabs up here. And if you have more questions, because as I said, you need to practice more for you to actually get it well. And you might just need to do more with the use of YouTube to practice. Just a few, you just check people up on YouTube. It will teach you more on how to, you know, build your own power presentation slides. Then, of course, we said we want to talk about questions. Now, before we even go to questions, I remember someone discussed with me that sometimes for people in school, they don't know how to use ChatGPT because it gives them issues with AI written work, like you know, when you submit your assessments in school, plagiarism might be really high or low. So if you want to reduce it to the barest minimum, let's say we are discussing maybe the topic from the school. Can someone give me a topic from school? Something we can just quickly write on.
Diversity in workplace.
Perfect. Diversity in workplace. Okay, so now let's use this as an example of a write-up we want to present for school. So let ChatGPT give us something on it. You can see, I just asked the same way you said it, I just gave it to ChatGPT, which is an AI tool that helps people to do most of their, you know, presentations, do most of their schoolwork, CV writing, whatever it is you want to do, and you don't have an idea. It's just like the way we used to go to Google and quickly search up something. It is way easier with ChatGPT. It makes your life easy. So you say diversity in the workplace refers to inclusion of people from various backgrounds, blah, 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 blah. Now, you want to submit this to school. Of course, you cannot. Hello? Does somebody want to tell me something?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure he's aware that his mic is on. Please continue.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.
So this says diversity in the workplace, and basically you can see so many points. But of course, if you want to now put this into like a paragraph, you can say, make one paragraph. Now, this is too lengthy for a paragraph if you're actually writing something for school. So you say, reduce to, say, maximum of 30 words. So can you see the way this makes a good paragraph? And then imagine you want to now add the use of Google Scholar to say what diversity is. So you just go to Google Scholar. That's for people still in school. And then you say diversity. If you will. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so let's go to Google Scholar. And you just say diversity and inclusion. Now you will see so many people that they've said something about diversity and inclusion. So depending on what your school uses for citing, you can actually, if it is Harvard, you just copy this and paste it on your reference part. But once you open this and you feel this is what it will actually present what you want to say in a good way. Let's see. This one has so many things. Let's rather pick this first one. Same thing. Okay, so now the abstract is so long and you don't have time. You don't have time. You just want it to be summarized. So you come here and say summarize.
I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
I didn't really see how you clicked on that site where you clicked on that when you saw the different citation.
You mean, sorry. Do you mean the Google Scholar,
Yes,
the use of
yes,
Google Scholar?
the sites.
Oh, I just typed it in.
Yeah,
I just went to a tab,
when
a
you
new
chose that first citation. Like the Harvard, the other.
the citing. Okay,
Yes.
here you go. Underneath here, it says cite.
Okay, sorry, okay, I can see it. Thank you.
So you can copy the Harvard or whatever your school uses and then make use of that. I hope that has been helpful. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. So you just come back. It has actually like summarized it, but now let's say let's say what we were even doing was so long, so long, and then I want a summary in say maximum of 20 words. I just say summarize to 20 words. So now I can then use this information, right, that I just like copied. I can use this with this to do that particular paragraph.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, please. What did you ask the ChatGPT to summarize in?
Okay. Okay, so I got the
30 words?
information from I got information from Google Scholar, and then I decided, okay,
I
when
didn't
I
see when
opened
you
it,
copied it and when you pasted it on
I was too
ChatGPT.
fast.
You don't need to paste it. Yeah, this is it. Summary. I saw you
Okay.
highlight, but I didn't see you paste it on ChatGPT.
Oh, really? I did. Let's go back. So I just copied this normal Control C, and then went to ChatGPT and said, let me start again. I said, summarize. Yeah, this is it.
Okay, you
Summarize
pasted
20 words. Yes, and I pasted it back. Yeah.
Okay.
So it now gave me 20 words, and then I can then say in brackets who wrote it for that's for schoolwork.
Yeah, citing.
Yeah, for cite exactly. So you cite it properly, and then you now add this other part. So more like you've reduced your chances of your school saying plagiarism is high.
Yeah.
I think that resolves that.
Yeah.
Do you need more clarity on that?
No, it's very clear. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so that's one for school, people in school. Then let's do the one for people in looking for work. So let's say I come to Google and I'm like, okay, business analyst jobs. Let's see. I just want to pick out one. Okay, let's accept this. Okay, so this one says these are training. No. Okay, this is a business analyst now. Let's see what the job entails. It says a business analyst. Our client is looking for a highly skilled business analyst to join the blah 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 blah, 6 months, blah blah blah. All of this, what they require, blah blah blah. No, this is too. The requirement here for this role is too short. I want something bigger so that I could just show you an example of how to create your CV in minutes. Yeah, this is much more elaborate, right? So just copy what they are saying and see the amount. It says 45,000 to 50,000. So I'm copying all of this. Then I take it to ChatGPT, a new chart, and I say create CV. Okay, I think create CV. Let's see what ChatGPT will give us. You know, every CV has a professional summary. It has, now it's giving you like an experience of what you need to do. And it has taken out all the cumbersome things they want you to do and put it into a job role. So what you just do is, if you have actually done some of these things, because most times, often not, maybe you've not done most of it, you can actually just change this. It says here, current employer, you state your current employer, your location, and then dates of employment. And then you use that on your CV. Then you know there's a section for education, there's a section for skills as well. Now, it's not really aligned, depends on how you want to align it. I prefer to put my skills on my CV like just immediately after my professional summary, so that you can see that I can actually do some of this work. And I also include a section. I say, I will ask ChatGPT what tools required to actually, because these days, 1 minute please. Okay. Tools required to achieve these skills. So I'll just copy that again. It would actually tell you the tools. Can you see? So if you've used some of these tools, you can actually put those as tools. Another segment, you say, after your professional summary, you say your skills and then the tools before you now go ahead and talk about your professional experience. Then right after that, you can now discuss your educational background, any other qualifications you've achieved over the years. And if you want, then you say references available upon request, basically. So I hope that also helps with the person that mentioned the use of ChatGPT for CVs, so CV creation.
Thank you.
All right. Who else, please? Any other questions? Any other questions? Janet, please go ahead.
Okay, sorry, I'm just joining. I just moved from work. I want to know, will the recording be available?
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do about that. Yeah, no worries.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Any other questions from anyone? Are you sure no questions?
I have a question. I don't even know if it's a question. Hi. Can you show how to use ChatGPT to write a cover letter?
Perfect.
How
It's the
how
same
you
thing.
reward it.
Yeah. In fact, thank you for mentioning that.
Okay.
I'll just say, because this is a particular chart, I created a new chart for this CV presentation, right? Rather creation. So I'm going to say, do a cover letter. Do a cover letter for the above job description. Can you see? Now, the thing about ChatGPT is, after it has written this, now where you come in as a human being is to ensure that you make it. Let's say you feel this is not so sequential enough, right? And you have another CV somewhere you want to copy and paste and say, okay, include. You want it to rephrase whatever it has given you. So just say rephrase what you want to say. You should rephrase. You copy it and paste it, and then you say using this maybe CV below, and then you copy and paste that. It will also rephrase again. So that means it will help inculcate what it had earlier mentioned, because it doesn't have, ChatGPT doesn't know what your job experience is. So now that you've given it your CV, your current CV that you feel is not so okay, it can then marry both together and then give you something much more better. Then you look at it and include a few more things, because everything about looking for a job is like you're telling a story. So it has to be in a sequential, it has to follow like a sequence. So maybe you started your journey at ABC company in the year 2000 and this, and these were the roles you did. But in this case, you have to make it look like your recent job description downwards to the very least when you started your career. So that's a journey, but you're changing the journey description from maybe say 2009 to 2024. You're starting from 2024 instead to 2009. I hope that makes sense. Did that
Yeah.
answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay, so this is basically what it does for cover letter. You can see it has given you your cover letter. It has even mentioned some of the skills required from the job description. So you can then expand it yourself, because it's not okay for you to just give this to your recruiter like this. They would actually be able to tell that you just copied and pasted it. So infuse your own little words here and there and improve it, and you're good to go. Any other questions? Do we have any other person that wants to ask a question? I remember Temitope Atoki, you asked a few questions at the beginning, your expectations. Have they been met?
Yes, Walanle, my expectations are met, and thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any other person that wants to ask one or two questions? Okay, thank you everyone for joining in. We have 52 people on this call. I'm really grateful. I'm grateful for your time.
Sorry, my hand is raised.
Thank you
Oh,
for your
okay.
time and the opportunity.
Sorry, whose hand is raised? Can you please just go ahead and talk?
Okay, yeah, thank you. My name is Stephen, and thank you for the presentation. Actually, I joined late
Okay.
because I was actually thinking the program is for half two upward. I didn't know it's actually two. So I missed some part of it. So like somebody asked, I wouldn't know if there's a recording which will be
Yeah.
made available to us just to catch up.
Yeah,
That's
there
number
is.
one. Yeah. Then number two, okay, maybe if we can get that, it will be fine. But if not, maybe if we can just have a recap of what has been done so far, because truly it's something I was actually interested in, participating in. But honestly, I don't know how I missed it. I was thinking it's half two, and I joined at like about half two. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, so I think I just gave us a pep talk on the various roles we can actually, go into for tech. And I talked about how you have some transferable skills at the moment, because no knowledge is lost. If all you've ever done is to just manage your home, you have some skills that you can actually transfer into work in your workspace. You can multitask, you can prioritize, you can do time management, you can do resource allocation. Those are really the skills, because for every project, your ability to attend to mails, be in for meetings in time, listening in meetings, and be able to give constructive ideas is what we really do in the workspace. So if you can prioritize what you want to do normally in the house, then you can work in tech. It's much more bigger than that, but still, that's like the prerequisite or the basis to help you work in tech. Also, if you need to build your self-confidence. You need to continuously learn. There are so many places to learn from now. You could learn from YouTube, you could learn from LinkedIn. So you, as a person, you could even do some mentorship programs. It really helps, because sometimes you just need that support from some people that have done it before, and then you improve yourself as a person. You also need to be able to effectively communicate to people at every point in time. Maybe listen properly is important. Maybe you want to send an email. How do you respond to emails without sounding rude? You would need to learn that. You would need to learn how to, discuss your ideas even in meetings without talking people down. You have to also be courageous as a person, because if you need to step out of your comfort zone, basically. With that, you can achieve anything. With that particular approach to life, you can actually achieve anything you want to achieve. I think that's basically most of it. Okay, then for PowerPoint presentation, I mentioned some do's and don'ts that are essential. If you want to do a PowerPoint presentation, you don't want to overcrowd your slides. You don't want to eat into people's timing, because for someone to actually take time off whatever they are doing to attend your meeting, you have to prepare something good, and it mustn't be distracting. Imagine having some funny looking pictures that don't even align with what you are saying. It doesn't speak well. Then it's also not good to actually be reading from your slides like word for word. So you that you are coming to present, you should have done some practice earlier, so that you can talk to people, normally. Then some of the do's, you should use good images that are worthy of that PowerPoint presentation or what you're trying to discuss with people. You should be able to engage your audience as well. And then there should be like a sequence to what you're saying at every point in time. I think that's basically all. Then I actually did like a live practical on how to use PowerPoint presentation. I could just do that, like show you my screen for a bit. Please hold. I mentioned the tabs up here. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
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 Okay, so I mentioned some tabs up here. This home tab, the insert, the design, and especially the design, it really changes the outlook of whatever you are discussing with people. You might want to change the font. If the font size is looking too big, you could change it to, say, 54. You could increase it and make it just one line. Basically, just improving whatever you have done. And then you can see when you pick something different, the design, it just brings out, it makes everything change all over, right? So there's really nothing much to PowerPoint presentation than practice, practice, and practice all over again. But I would say one of the key tools to use is a sniping tool. sniping tool, and this is an example of it. You could just go to say Google and check an image, then you copy, then let me just show an example. Okay, let's say I've taken this out, right? Let me delete this, and then I put it in back. It's always best to enlarge your pictures from either this corner or this other corner here, or this one. If you enlarge from the middle here, it makes it look really, doesn't make it look, the outcome so okay. But from the sides, it's always really better. Like it makes it look better. Yeah. So, and that's it. So if we were discussing family values, this is a picture portraying what you are discussing, and you can see like how you can respect each other and all. And then I could bring this to the side here. So imagine me wanting to present this. You can see how it looks. And that's really all about it. I also mentioned the transitioning.
Yeah.
Very key, because it takes your PowerPoint presentation from 0 to 100. If you use the push, it just comes up like that. The wipe, split, you can see how it's coming up, the review. And that's what really distinguishes different PowerPoint presentations. You could use something like this as well if you want. So, and that's it. Let me stop presenting. Any other questions? Thank you, everyone. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bolanle. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm grateful for the time spent. Yeah.
Wonderful with you. It's really
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You just increased my confidence.
Bolanle, when is our next session?
Maybe
Tomorrow.
2 weeks from now. So maybe if we're going to have a second session, then you might want to do something on, like, show me something you've done, maybe a 5-page PowerPoint presentation. I'll just pick people randomly, and then you can present your screen. In fact, presenting in the workplace, if you are working hybrid or working from home, is also another essential work skill.
Okay.
Easy to present from home, so you just present and then we go on from there.
Me, I'm thinking that, okay, maybe in the first 30 minutes of the next session, we would show you what we have done, and then you can give us another skill set that we can practice. That's what I want.
Oh, okay. I'll think of something, or I could just do something on business analysis.
Okay, that'll be fine. That'll be fine.
Okay, no problem. That is okay.
Thank
you so much.
I'm grateful.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bolanle. Please kindly.
Thank you, Bolanle.
Please, the recorded version, like Mr. Steve asked.
Yes, that's very important. Can we have the recorded version, please?
Yeah, sure. That would be good.
Yes, I will send it over.
Okay. Thank you.
The person that is just saying she just joined in now, I think she doesn't have much to lose. From the recorded version now, you can go over it over and over again.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Can you also drop, because someone randomly dropped your section on a group I was in, and I just followed from there and dropped it. So can you drop your email maybe in the chat so that those of us that don't even know how we stumbled on this can always reach back to you?
That makes a lot of sense. I'm doing that already.
Thank you.
That reminds me, the video, the recorded version you're going to send, is it via our emails? You're sending it or what?
Most likely the email will be better.
I registered for this session, right?
Don't worry, I'll look for how to get it across, definitely.
Or we should just copy your email and then maybe.
Okay, you could just send me a request on email and I'll see how.
Me, I'm also
in my email.
if you could create a group, you understand, where we can just it to be an interactive group where we can share,
There's
you
a
know, new
group
knowledge in
already.
tech, challenges that we encountered, and then it would be something we can always, push something that we need clarification on. It might not be you that will clarify, it will be any one of us, like that. Just a suggestion.
I think, wow. No, that's fantastic suggestion. Tell me, you did well. I was even thinking about it, but it escaped my mind. So I think the group might snowball into something bigger as we proceed. So it's a welcome development.
Yeah, we have a group already, so we'll just make it a very inclusive group. It's specifically for women, but we can make it inclusive for men as well. So it's basically for us to all learn from. So that's no problem. We can always share the group link across.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
We have other people that have been raising up their hands. You can please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Olanle, thank you so much for this free session.
You're welcome.
We can't pay you, but God will really pay you well. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Prayer warrior.
That's all I have to offer her for now.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, anyone else before people go? All right. Thank you once again for joining the session for empowering women or people for tech with the use of PowerPoint and ChatGPT. God bless you. All right, cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
It's like Babalope's hand is up. Oh.
Thank you. Bye.
What is up?
Babaloke, Akinwumi Abiola is like, he raised his hand.
My hands are up though.
Please go ahead. Go ahead and speak, please.
Okay. My name is Yvonne. I joined very late. The link was actually sent to a friend of mine. So, and I had some technical issues, so it actually logged me out. So I tried to receive a couple of calls, then logged in again. So I wanted to add to that. Thank you very much for, actually reaching out to people. It's a great one. Yeah, it's a great one. It's like giving back to the society. Well, and I also wanted to add to it, so it might also help anybody who cares to listen. So you mentioned, trying to kind of humanize whatever you've gotten from ChatGPT, because I actually